Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a different video than what I usually put on the channel, but what you're looking at here is a peach tree. As you can see, it's also snowing pretty good. But this video is going to be part one of grafting, and right now I know it doesn't seem like grafting weather, but here pretty soon the snow is going to be going away and it's going to be time to graft. So it's time to get your rootstock ready and figure out what you're going to buy, and this is going to be part one, and that's going to be what the video is going to be about, is choosing your rootstock. This isn't grafted, this is a seedling. This is about 2 years old. Last year, it gets about -30 here because I'm in Wyoming. This tree died all the way down here. Actually, right there, you can see where it died. But then, luckily, it came back up. And now, since we're almost through the winter, I don't think that this is going to die. I think if we're okay, it might have like a little bit of dieback, like here. But nothing major. So it looks pretty good. So let's get on to the grafting, and I'll show you. I have some rootstock pulled out, and I'll show you that here in a second. Okay, we're back, and now what you're looking at is some rootstock for peach trees. It's called Guard. There we go, focus. And that's the variety of this rootstock. Now, I got this rootstock from One Green World. The rootstock it's good and healthy. I didn't have any rootstock that looked like it was dead or dying or just not very good quality, but their customer service kind of sucks because I live in Wyoming. I don't have a nematode problem, and I was desperate to kind of get some rootstock because nothing was coming on. So I just bought this, but after talking with a local nursery, he said that it just wasn't necessary and you just didn't need it. And I know it's hardy enough, I know it'll live here, but it wasn't necessary. And the order hadn't shipped out yet, so I asked to cancel the order, and well, they didn't. They just shipped it out. Literally, like a few hours after I asked them to cancel the order, they said, sorry, we already shipped it, and they put a tracking number. And this was in the middle of February, so it was way too early to be shipping rootstock. Luckily, I had a spare fridge with some room in it, so if you do get your rootstock early and you don't want them coming out yet, the refrigerator is kind of your saving grace. But yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend them. But if you do buy from them, make sure what you're buying is good and what you want, because they probably won't cancel your order. So anyway, ranting aside, what should you choose for your rootstock? Well, really you need to choose, you really need to figure out cold hardiness. You need to figure out what growing zone you're in. For me, I'm in a zone 4. So the best way to figure out which rootstock you should be using is go on a nursery's website that sells trees and select your growing zone hardiness. So for me, zone 4, I selected zone 4, and Guard was the majority of it, and then another variety was called Lovell, and then there was one other variety. I don't remember offhand what it is, but that's the easiest way. Or you could do some research on what you should be using. I find that it's kind of spotty, but I know this stuff will live in -30-degree weather. I looked it up on one website, and that's what it said. So I have 26 rootstocks of this, and I also have another 16 Lovell rootstock that I ordered from Raintree Nursery. They're a great company. I would recommend probably, well, I guess I haven't gotten them yet, but they've been fine so far. I'll do an update on what the rootstock looks like, so I guess I shouldn't say buy from them for sure yet. So, but so far their experience is pretty good. But as you can see, this is a good, healthy rootstock. And today is March 17th. And tomorrow we'll be collecting the cuttings. Now, the cuttings we're getting from a tree. I don't know what the variety it is, but it always just lives there. It's by an old hotel, and a person owns it, and he doesn't take very good care of it. He doesn't really care about it. So oftentimes it's always just neglected, and it always gets lots of fruit on it, and it always tastes really good. And I've also noticed that it gets fruit. Last year it was getting fruit all the way into November, which is just bizarre for Wyoming. It should not be getting fruit. I even got fruit off of that tree in November and ate some. Usually by that time it's already dormant, and we had a kind of a warm year, but we also had it freezing every night, so I know that the tree can take frost. And it also had tons of other little tiny peaches on it, wanting to grow. If it just had more time, it would have gotten another set of peaches on it. So I mean, the tree is just a champ. I don't know what it is, but I want the variety from it to have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save back one. That's why I ordered autumn mounts 26 and 16. I'm going to save back one of these rootstocks and another one of the level for rootstock cuttings in the future. So if I ever like these rootstocks, if I like a particular one, or if I like them both, I can save them. But I haven't done a whole lot of research on this. I forget the guy's name. I'll leave his name in the comments, but I'll even leave the link in the comments. He does a video on grafting apples, so that's where I've been kind of getting my information from. So I know it's apples, not peaches, but he does a lot of good videos, or he did that good video on grafting apples, and I'm just going to basically be following his steps in the process. So if you can't wait for me to make the videos, which is understandable, you can just go watch his video on grafting apples. But I'm going to be pretty much doing the exact same thing he's doing. So, but yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps up this video. It's probably gone on long enough. If you choose your rootstock, make sure in soil, make sure that, there's, let me see, sorry here. Hardiness, you want to make sure that it's hardy in your area, and then it does well in your soil. You don't want to buy rootstock that doesn't do well in your soil. And you also want to make sure that you're buying the right rootstock. You don't want to buy the wrong rootstock that's, like in the wrong family, because with grafting, you can only do them in certain families. So the peach is prunus. So anything in the prunus family can be grafted, but you can't take like something in a different family, like a citrus or something, and graft it. They have to be in the same family, which you probably already know that, but for all the people that don't, yeah, so the two rootstocks I'm going to be using is Nemgard, only because I got stuck with them, and then I'm also going to be using Lovell. There's also there's a rootstock called Hanson. I think it was 536. I'm not sure exactly. I think that's what it was, but I'll also leave that in the comments that I was looking at too. It looked pretty good, but again, do some research. Best way to find out is just to go on, a nursery's website and figure out what rootstock they're using for your zone of hardiness. And that'll probably be the best rootstock for you. So if the nurseries are using it, you should. But, alright, this video has probably gone on long enough. I've been rambling long enough. Next part will be part 2. When we take the cuttings off the tree, and I'll show you how to store those. You also put those in the refrigerator, but stay tuned. Thank you for watching.